West Side.
All right, I'm reading.
You act like you know this song, O'Shea. You weren't born.
I wrote this song.
You didn't write this song in the womb.
I got to read this thing again, then we can goof around. Beat the Clock, weekdays 3 to 6 at Tom's Urban. Booze and Bites start at just 3 p.m. For $3.
You know what? I'm out. I'm going to Tom's Urban.
Prices go
right now.
up every hour.
You better go right now then, Max.
Visit tomsurban.com for more details. Or
O'Shea, get your butt in this house!
From Staples Center.
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
You know what time it is.
What's up, dog?
So, O'Shea's been killing it.
Okay, hold on. I got a freestyle, right? Can you, like, drop this demo off to, like, you and your family and your daddy?
I got you.
Because you heard that growing up.
Hey, here's some breaking news, Steve, that doesn't involve the Rams.
Okay.
Steve Avery's girlfriend, remember the ex-girlfriend who was in the documentary?
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Making of a Murderer?
The girl that she wasn't allowed to see him.
Nerd talk.
She's giving an interview to Nancy Grace, and they let out a little clip where she says he's not innocent. She doesn't say he's not innocent of that crime, but she just said he's not innocent and that he's a monster and she was trying to get away from him, etc.
You also said that this is KSP in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but
it's your
wait a
boy.
minute, that's garbage.
Wiggy.
We saw she was trying to get with him.
No one watches
We
this
saw
show.
we saw what she did for the cameras during that period of time. It's interesting.
You know what, you're Marcellus, you're wrong about that.
I know I'm actually wrong.
Making
I'm
a Murderer
I'm
is
late.
everybody.
Netflix? Okay, I'm on it. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Ireland,
and I told you to see Murder on a Sunday Morning. You didn't see it.
How many murders you say go see? I grew up in Compton.
Let's see
Let's
if this hooks you. Someone winds up dead. Black kid
growing up.
A black kid who doesn't even fit the description winds up on trial for the murder.
That's a Sunday.
That's Sunday morning.
That's a Sunday morning.
That's the news.
Like, I really want to see that in movie form. See that before.
Keep it up. I'm going to start accusing you of
I
thinking
know.
cops of the year in 5
I'm
minutes.
gonna put that on the list.
We agreed. Ireland and I agreed that we were gonna give people fair warning, and we weren't gonna talk about Making a Murderer until next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
fair enough.
Why
Give
next
people,
week?
Yeah,
Why
give
next week?
people a chance.
Because it spoils it, and people don't all watch everything at the same time.
But how long has it been out?
If it wasn't for you,
came
I
out
wouldn't
during the
have
holidays.
seen Straight Outta Compton until it hit video because I got kids. I don't even
But
go to the movie.
Netflix, you get to go through the whole
Video.
series. You get to go through the whole series
you
in
watch the
one
whole
day
thing.
if you can.
Yeah, do it.
Oh yeah.
Do it so we can actually.
Have you seen it?
They're the kings of spoilers.
Right here.
Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Are you going to watch it? We're monsters.
I'm a little bit worried about you. Because I'm afraid that you spend too much time listening to sports talk radio. Like,
you are
anything.
a fanatic.
If I want to know what's happening on 7:10 a.m.,
Yeah.
I just got to check the Twitter timeline, and there you are.
I've been listening to y'all for about 5 years now. You know, so like I've been waiting to get in here, so I know all these stories that they be doing. I know, man. I've been.
See, he's now become an official fill-in for John Ireland.
Wow.
Oh
yeah, no.
Send me
He's
my names and everything, dog.
Like that?
John.
I
I'm
sent you that
telling
text.
you.
I'm like, you know we employees now. I'm like, what? Yeah, man, I'm here.
Wally Pipp.
A movie. You got a movie star subbing in for.
Now hold on. What's your sports background? Did you play sports ever?
Oh yeah, I
growing
played
up?
basketball. You know, I had the football body, but moms wasn't having it. So you know, I was a center power forward my whole life until they started getting bigger than me.
So she actually shut you down back in those days of playing
She was
football.
like, nah.
Really?
You know, I was like, I'm not gonna go on offense. You know,
Right.
I'm trying to hit. But you know, she just wasn't feeling it.
She's smart.
That actually marries what I've been saying about my son. When you get to a certain place of affluence and you have more options, you start to look at what is the true will of playing
Talk
a sport
about like
football.
Someone
It's
who
interesting.
everything is open to them. Your son has the entire world open to him. Like, if you really think about progress in this country, for example, his mother's an anesthesiologist.
There you go.
Father played in the NFL, went Ivy League. Kid's going to have money, access to, all kinds of opportunity. Education's going to be stressed, everything. And yet, all that said, your boy's going to have to play in the NFL, baby.
He's too damn big.
That little kid is like my size right now.
Although Marcellus, here's the thing about that. You're
that's
talking
right.
about he's going to have money. He's going to be a kid of privilege.
Yeah,
I
and
think,
smart.
I think that can make it tougher on a kid.
That junior is what makes it tough.
I knew, like that garbage
Good point.
defense of affluenza down in Texas or wherever that is.
Yeah.
It's garbage there.
I wish I suffered from affluenza.
You do.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes, you have a bad case of it.
Good. New diagnosis. Good. I'm glad. I was trying to get it.
But a kid coming up like Johnny Manziel, I think he was really undone by affluenza. You don't work as hard when you come for money. You've got this.
I mean, he works hard enough to win to be the Heisman
I've always
Trophy winner.
disputed that because
Why?
going to Columbia, if you look at that student population, a lot of them come from a means, and a lot of those kids really focused and worked hard. It's just, I think a few bad apples spoil what the
know what else?
perception is of it.
Like his
there are
kid
a
will
lot
never-
of people that work hard. You work hard.
Junior
you
will
came
never
for money.
forget where he came from because his father, just to remind him, wears the same tracksuit every day. Just to remind him.
Why O'Shea come in here? First thing he said, "Oh, that's what they talking about."
Yeah, I had to look. I was like, man, I've
this
been
is-
hearing about this for a couple of days.
No
Yeah,
lie,
yeah.
this is 7-8 days in a row.
Yo, it ain't gonna stop now.
So what was it like for you?
Yeah,
famous
you're
father,
wearing exactly
here in
what
LA?
you wore yesterday. What the hell is going
Can
on?
we-
You want to see what I'm wearing tomorrow?
No,
look
yeah,
at me right
there
now.
it
Look at
is,
me
sure.
right now.
Okay,
No,
so
but
what was it like for you?
When you come from that, you gotta find your own fire. Your parents have probably used their environment or whatever it was as their fire that want to get out. But you're comfortable. There's a lot of kids that come from money who may not even know how to do laundry because they've had a maid or like something like that. So it's all about how you're brought up. I look at people like Kobe. And Kobe, his father is in the league. I'm sure he had to deal with a bunch of, you're going in your old man's footsteps. And he took that and rose it. The Rock, he's a third generation superstar in wrestling. Yeah. He's taking it further than
And I'll tell you,
anyone
he's
has
worked.
been.
He's worked it hard.
Exactly.
He's worked
But
it
I
his
imagine-
craft.
So that's to our
Inner core.
point, Mason, that people from means
No,
do
no,
work hard.
but I'm
It's
saying
inner
it
core.
can be
It's
a
all about what
disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I imagine
Yeah.
for you in particular, because when your father, it's like gangster rap and all this, right? So now, and if you live in LA, I'm sure, what schools did you go to?
Oh, I went to
The best schools in LA, I'm sure.
Taft and
Not-
SC.
not
No,
se-
but I was-
not
I was
necessarily the
homeschooled.
best.
Yeah, I was
SC.
homeschooled
Homeschooled,
from
right.
7 to 11. And then I went to Taft for my senior, and I went to SC.
So that's got to be like, but you grow up with a certain amount of privilege and fame, and at the same time, but the background where the money comes from is considered street. And so for you, I imagine that's got to be, how do you now? I see the depiction of your grandparents in the movie, and you could see where your dad gets it from because they were righteous. It was like strong, nothing weak about it, but nothing criminal about it, right? Like I thought that was a significant contribution to the movie and the understanding of how your father, was
Yes,
the way
It's
he
about your
was.
values. It's all about your values. It's about what you see in life as being important. And that starts at home. That starts with mama and daddy, and just from them showing me what I should aspire to want, that family, that feeling of accomplishment. And through all the doors that my father has opened through his unorthodox style, now it's time to hone in on some skills and see how we can handle this the proper way. So I went to SC for screenwriting and saw the behind the scenes of the cinema world, and now here we are right now.
Well, when you
That's
when
amazing.
you when you come from that sort of background and you come from some level of privilege, you buy a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Now, how much jewelry do you have on right
Stupid.
now? You've got.
It's in a black man's soul to rock
It's
that
like
gold.
it's
You know what I'm
unbelievable.
saying?
You've
But
got
that's what I mean. Like,
You got it.
two gigantic rings.
But
He's got
okay,
an
that's what
LA
I mean.
ring.
Like, there's got to
LA
be.
ring.
Is that an LA Kings ring?
Yeah.
I'm a sports fan.
It's
dog.
your boy.
There's got to be a part. It's
Let me
got to
see
be
that.
had to be especially difficult for you, I imagine, because
got a
people are going
real
to want to
Kings
test
ring.
you in a certain way
Yeah.
that another kid from money or from whose dad was just a movie
Sick.
star, as
That's
your dad
sick.
was, but he was more than just a movie star, is not going to be tested, right? I
Right.
imagine.
Yeah, there's definite, even when I had started to do music, they want me to do music a certain type of way to
Yep. I
typecast
remember
me
that.
into that same type of genre as my father, and you have to establish yourself within that field of making your own name. So you got to be Kobe, and you got to win the MVPs and the titles. So in this acting business, me being in the same business as my father, while he's at his most popping, the best I can do is win awards that they necessarily wouldn't give him to make your own name.
Now, despite you being proud of your father, which obviously I know you are, you
He's
had
proud
to
of
be.
his father.
Well, shut up. This is an interesting balance. I want to know this dynamic. Take me through your childhood into this point. Were you the type of kid that wanted people to know I'm Junior of Ice Cube? Or were you the type that said, I don't want anybody to know, and I've seen guys like this, because they want to establish their own. Which one
Yeah.
were you?
Dude, I didn't start embracing my name, the O'Shea Jackson Jr. until maybe 2 years ago. You spend all of your life from, as soon as you walk out into public schooling, to fit in, to just be normal,
Right.
just to be instead of that's Ice Cube, son. Now everybody's interested in me all of a sudden.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
You try to dug down as much as you can to show everybody, yeah, I just want to chill. And so it's something that you really have to battle, because my whole life from K through now, I've been judging people, trying to see who's a real friend and who isn't my entire life. It's exhausting.
And you get no sympathy because everyone thinks poor little rich
Yeah,
boy.
poor,
but the
I ain't got
fact
no
is,
friends.
Yeah.
but the fact is, in anyone's life, their problems, like to them, those are serious. They're like emotional, and they affect your life. And no matter how much money you have, your problems are real to you.
Well,
You're
here's the
supposed
thing.
to use what you got to get what
what
you
you
want.
want.
But-
And you got that head start. I hate when people try to give you guilt when you're born on third base.
Like you
My
don't
goal is to have my son born on third
Exactly.
base. That's my
I'ma get
goal.
Yeah,
My
but
kid's
don't let
gonna
him
be
think
broke.
he hit a triple.
Right. Okay, I give you that part.
But he also
he's
shouldn't.
certainly on
But
third base.
if you hammer home too much the idea that he didn't hit a triple, because you're right, he didn't accomplish it. But he shouldn't have to feel guilty.
Guilty,
for it.
exactly.
In other words, and sometimes people like, okay, George W. Bush thought he hit a triple, and that's a problem, right? That was a problem with it. It was a problem. But you also shouldn't be made to feel that you've done something wrong, or since it wasn't you who got to third base, you should somehow be apologetic that you're on third
Say
base.
it, man.
It's good to be on third base.
Yeah.
Say
Well,
it.
and in his case too, I mean, he's working his ass off right now, right? He's going to every screening. He's going to every award show. He's going to shake every hand and get to
Get
know
that
people.
Oscar.
I mean, he's working it.
Yeah.
And so he's not coasting, because you're in a position where if you work it, you can cross over to that next thing, that next big thing. That's where the next big role. You don't know.
When award season is over and you're done shaking those hands and accepting those awards, what is next, or what are you aspiring to do next?
I want a movie of the same type caliber, because if I come off with two out the gate of that same type caliber, they got to treat your man a certain way.
They gotta give you love.
So,
Back to back.
I'm not gonna jump into a comedy or something that might lighten the way that I'm personified to them a little bit. So it's just all about making sure that I show them that I'm not here to act. I'm not here to make movies. I'm a filmmaker. I'm here to make films. It's just something I got to establish.
Raj, stupid.
What Rod said.
Said you do Ride Along with Kevin Hart.
Ride
son.
Along.
Ride Along.
I'll do
Right,
that.
you know
what's
funny? If it pops,
I had the same management as your dad for a minute, like maybe
Me too.
15 years
I
ago,
did.
right?
I also
15 years
did.
ago,
Stop
and I
lying.
noticed
10
that
years ago I had
the
it.
firm, right? Am I lying? Okay.
Quantum.
So
Everybody know that album.
So-
Dr. Dre did it.
no, it's not an album. It's a management team. But what I noticed back then was how assiduously he tended to his brand. Like if you saw Ice Cube in something, it was quality. And at a certain point, what that signals to everybody is, oh, he is quality.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like that. So you got to be super careful now.
Have to.
People know you for one thing right now, and it was fresh to death.
Yeah.
So the next thing's got to be
Okay,
fresh.
now
Man,
look,
forget all
tomorrow,
that junk.
O'Shea's
Just do
going to
you,
be up
dog.
tomorrow morning at 4 a.m.
I'm not
5
gonna
a.m.?
I'm not gonna sleep.
They announced the Academy Award nomination.
At 4? West Coast time?
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock back east,
Yeah.
5 o'clock here.
Okay.
I'm at the short end of the stick.
What will it mean if Straight Outta Compton is not nominated for Best
You
Picture?
been
Black,
the
black.
first person in the riot, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Raj, hit him with it, baby. Black, this was going to happen if they don't get nominated. Yeah.
What movies came out this year that would be? So there are 5 nominees,
No,
right?
there are 10 nominees.
10 nominations.
10
for Best
nominated.
Oh,
10
yeah.
Oh,
nominations.
for crying out
Best
loud! So what are the 10 pictures that?
I tell you,
Yeah,
I
all right.
mean, Straight Outta Compton, Sicario.
All right.
You better stop playing with
Sicario.
See?
Sicario.
Sicario. was
Revenant.
like sick.
All right, so it's just-
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
I
was
haven't
great.
seen it.
Big
Someone
Short's
told me
gonna
it
be
was
in
no
there.
good.
Big
But
Short.
okay.
It's great.
Shorty.
Michelle is wrong.
Yeah,
Beto is
Michelle,
wrong
she
about
said
the
she
Red
didn't like
Light.
Creed.
Yeah, Creed is right
Eddie
there.
Redmayne movie's gonna be.
But
in
look, if it's not nominated,
there. Yeah,
I'm sorry. There are too many white people in the
it's a
Academy.
little bright.
The Gift. The
No,
Gift
but I
was-
think
the
that- I
Gift
think-
was good.
Yeah.
I think that will cut.
Well,
the
we
other
already
way.
know it's too many
I
white
think-
people.
I think the whiteys are gonna know. Boy, we better nominate. Straight Outta Compton could have been a bad movie. They'd have to nominate it.
You better
I
do
mean,
it.
What are they gonna do?
Right, but if they don't, if it's not one of the 10, there's something really wrong.
Yeah.
Actors clearly love it. It got a SAG Awards ensemble
Yeah, it's a good movie,
nomination.
yeah.
But if it doesn't get there, it's because a bunch of old white people did not watch their screener.
And you
Yeah,
are going to be
real talk.
underrated in that movie because he's playing his dad.
Of course.
Right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
you were, and I wouldn't say this whether or not you were here, if it wasn't true, you were excellent in Straight Outta Compton.
My whole way of thinking with that film is I know my man Jason Mitchell who plays Easy, and I know my man Corey Hawkins who plays Drake.
Yeah.
Those are actors, you know. So I'm looked at as the weak link.
Thespians.
Yeah, I'm looked at as the weak link going on set automatically. So what you do is
Marcellus
when that
can
weak
relate
link is strong, that's an X factor that'll win championships.
Ah.
Robert Ory up in here
So
acting.
I went in there. I got to be Han Solo. You know, I
Yeah.
gotta have people leave the theater saying, "Man, I'd rather be cute." You know, you gotta have that
Yes.
respect.
Yes,
That's
of
what I want.
everyone in that film, if you had to choose, okay, I'm so and so, you'd say
Well, I'll
cute.
tell you, I'd want to be
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
I'd want to be. Well, nobody wants to be easy.
All right. Well, you know, coming up on our show,
And that first scene, Easy was live,
Right,
boy.
right.
We have
Easy
on
was
our
live.
show-
Pass on that.
we
easy
have
thing.
Eric Dickerson, Hall of Fame running back, and the homie.
Yeah.
We got the mayor from Columbia University, Eric Garcetti.
Oh.
And also we got Todd Gurley, who is the next Eric Dixon
Damn,
of
we
your
tried
You got
to
the
get
best,
Todd Gurley.
the best running back from the past, the best of the present, and the mayor of the city.
That's
Yes,
on
nice.
Max and Marcel today. Let's
All
go.
right.
So there, Mr. Oh, I have a movie star stepping in for me. I'm a fan.
Y'all had me first.
That's real. See, you forgot. See,
Wait a minute. I thought we
forgot
had
all that.
No. He
All right.
had me and my pops.
Yeah.
I dropped the mic.
Yep.
On the radio.
Cross Talk is brought to you by
He
Southern
came to my
California.
Christmas party.
Look how hard I'm doing it today.
Damn, Marcellus Wallace.
Damn, I grew up listening to your daddy. Now I'm listening to you.
Killing it,
Boy,
dog.
I love my life. For SoCal
And,
BMW
and
sitting near
he's
you.
been listening to your daddy now for 5 years, he said.
Log on to SoCalBMW.com.